So you're scrolling on social media right now and you stop because you see a photo that just grabs your attention. It wasn't an accident. Those photos that stopped you mid-scroll are strategic, intentional. Whether you're a small business owner trying to showcase your products, a content creator building a personal brand, or an entrepreneur who knows you need better visuals but are completely overwhelmed by photography, this video is for you. Here's the thing, you don't need a fancy camera, expensive equipment, or even a photography degree to create scroll-stopping visuals that drive engagement and conversions. But you need to fundamentally understand things like lighting and composition, what each platform rewards, and you need a way to create and edit content efficiently. So my hope is by the end of this video, you'll have a complete roadmap for creating professional quality social media photos that don't just look good, they actually perform. So let's get into it.
This is The Hyphenate.
Understanding visual storytelling. Photos are great because they're quick to consume, they're easy to save, and they still work great for certain types of posts. The key is knowing when to use them and how to make people stop scrolling in a sea of amazing content. And I'm gonna tell you the secret, it's super simple. Great photos either educate, entertain, or evoke emotion in the split second that someone is scrolling past them. That's it. If your photo doesn't do one of those two things immediately, it's invisible. And different platforms prioritize photo content differently. Instagram still loves high quality photos and carousels, whereas Pinterest is entirely built on visual discovery. And LinkedIn loves professional photos. You don't need to be a professional photographer to create stunning social media content, but you do need to know the basics. First of all, lighting is everything. You can have the most expensive camera in the world, but if the lighting is bad, your photo will be bad. Natural light is your best friend and it's free. Shoot in your windows during the day, avoid the harsh midday sun, and try to embrace the golden hour. That's the hour after sunrise and before sunset. And if you're shooting indoors, you can invest in a ring light, which is what I'm currently using right now, or a softbox. They're affordable and game-changing. The lighting I recommend is linked below. Composition. The rule of thirds is your starting point. So you want to imagine your photo divided into 3x3 grid, and you want to place your subject along those lines or at the intersection. This creates visual interest instead of centering everything. However, if you do want to center your subject, put them smack dab in the middle of the grid. A negative space gives your subject room to breathe, so make sure that you're far away enough to allow space on all sides of your subject. Also, perspective and angles add dimension. So you want to shoot from above for flat lays, get low for dramatic effect, or shoot at eye level for authenticity. Color theory. You want your page to be instantly recognizable, so you want a cohesive color palette for your page. Choose 3 to 5 colors that complement each other and stick to them. Complementary colors, those are colors on the opposite side of the color wheel. Those pop. But analogous colors, those are the ones that are next to each other on the color wheel. They work together in harmony. And I want you to remember that colors evoke certain emotions. Green is all about growth. Blue is about trust. Red is about passion. So use color psychology intentionally. Equipment and tools. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. Your smartphone, it's probably enough. Modern smartphones have incredible cameras. I currently have the iPhone 17 Pro. I use this sometimes more than my DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Like, it is amazing. So I'm sure that your smartphone is honestly enough. But there may be times to upgrade, whether it's to a new smartphone or to a digital camera. If you find that you keep getting that dreaded insufficient storage message, then it's probably time to get a new phone. Or if you feel like your content quality is just limited, then you might need to get a digital camera. If you're gonna be using your smartphone, you should have essential equipment like a tripod, which is great for hands-free shooting, a clip-on ring light like the one I'm currently using, or a gimbal or a stabilizer, just because if you're moving your phone around a lot, if you're really going quickly, you don't want your photos to look shaky. And the smartphone accessories I recommend are linked below. There are so many other cameras out there. I personally have not used them because, again, I was on a budget, so there's not much cameras that I've used. I know that Canons are good. People sometimes prefer Nikon. So some creators will have specific recommendations, but I would personally find a video that talks about the different kinds of cameras and people who have spoken from personal experience and use all of them. I'll link the one that I personally have watched below, and I'm actually considering getting one of the cameras that she was talking about and deciding between 2 because she did such a great review of them. But see if there's any other videos that you can find. Really do your research on this. Now, editing is where the magic happens. I personally edit on my phone, Canva, and CapCut. But I know that Lightroom Mobile is a great option. VSCO is also good. I used to use that back in the day in my early 20s. And for desktop editing, Photoshop is good, but it does have a bit of a steeper learning curve. So try all of them and see which one that you prefer. Photo types and ideas. Not all photos serve the same purpose, so understanding different content types will help you diversify your feed and help you serve your audience better. So if you're a business, you might have a product, or even if you're a creator, you might have a digital product. So product photography is essential. Like I mentioned before, flat lays where you shoot directly from above, that is highly important for product photography. photography. And even if you're not selling a product, you can still do it for aesthetic content, like showing your desk, like this is what happens, showing your makeup vanity, all that kind of things. And beyond flat lays, you can also do lifestyle photography to show the product in use. That helps people envision themselves using it, and then that makes them want to buy it. Then you have behind the scenes photos that really humanizes your brand, whether it's business or personal. You want to show your workspace, show your process, show your team, because people want to see you, not just the polished final product. Then you have user generated content, or UGC, which is absolute gold. You're not creating it, but somebody else is, and you can still use it for yourself. How amazing is that? When customers share photos of your product, ask with permission to repost it, give them credit, of course. This is social proof, but it also makes your customers feel valued. So it's like a 1-2 punch. It's amazing. You could even create a branded hashtag and encourage people to use it. Finally, we have infographics and text-based images like carousels, which a lot of businesses use. They're great for educational content. And when you add an audio to it on Instagram, it gets added to the Reel Explore page, which just diversifies your content and helps it get seen by more people. Amazing, right? And a lot of people are really leaning into like the messy kind of vibe with content right now, so it's not as polished, but I still want you to make sure that you're using readable fonts, having a clear visual hierarchy, and balanced text with visual interest. But do have fun with it. So if you like the junk journal vibe, great, all power to you, but just make sure that people can actually read what you're saying. All right, platform-specific photo tips. Each platform has its quirks, so optimizing for each quirk helps you improve your performance. For example, with Instagram, that is my bread and butter. I've been posting on it for my small business since 2020, and it's been great for me. It works best at 1080 by 1080, that dimensional square, or 1080 by 1350, which is like a portrait. They've changed their way their feed looks, so it used to be 1-to-1, but now they changed it so it's a little bit longer. So, you know, some content looks a little bit funny from when you posted it before. So just think about that. Even if you do 1-to-1, or if you're doing 4:3, just make sure that the bulk of your content that is focused, like for example, if it's a carousel and you have text on it, make sure that it's centered so it'll still be visible and not get cut off on the feed. Carousels get more engagement than single images, which makes sense because they're swipeable, right? More people will save them, more people will share them. So think about if you can post as many carousels as possible, and you want to plan your grid aesthetically so you can see what it'll look like. You can also use a tool like Hey Orca or Later.com. I know never judge a book by its cover has become part of our collective canon, but first impressions do matter when someone first lands on your feed, so you do need to be planning your posts aesthetically. Pinterest graphics. Again, I mentioned that this is honestly more of like a keyword-based, SEO-based discovery platform than it is a social media tool, even though I love it. It's great. Vertical posts. Vertical photos are what work well on Pinterest. Ideally a 2:3 ratio. And again, because it's an SEO-based platform, text overlays are crucial because Pinterest searches content like Google. So you want to create pin-worthy thumbnails that stand out in a sea of content, okay? And now LinkedIn. LinkedIn photos should balance professionalism with personality. High-quality headshots matter here more than anything else, but also industry-appropriate photos, like office settings, professional events, thought leadership visuals. These do better than casual content, but you can still post casual content, so don't get it twisted. You can still, just, you know, keeping that in mind that LinkedIn definitely loves the professional and industry-specific posts. Finally, photography best practices. You want to save your images in the highest quality possible. I'm sure you've seen videos about how you can change the settings on your iPhone. And Instagram, unfortunately, compresses images, so you really got to make sure that you're saving in the highest quality possible. If you have graphics with text, you want to use PNG, and then JPEG for photos. Try not to over edit too much. If your skin looks too, smooth and your colors look radioactive, you've gone too far. Try your best to always write alt text and image descriptions. This makes your content accessible to people using screen readers, and it helps with SEO. Respect copyright, okay? Use your own photos or use free stock photos. Do not download from the internet or from a paid stock website without paying for it, okay? There are plenty of great free stock photo tools. Duke Photos is one of my personal favorites. I also like Pexels and Unsplash, but don't go on a paid website, download it, or screenshot it and then don't credit it. You are going to get in so much trouble. And never steal someone's work. It's just skeevy. Don't do it. And this is a biggie. Batch your content. Dedicate one day to shooting multiple photos. I mean, you're already made up, you already look good, might as well get some use out of that makeup. Then edit them all at once. It's just so much more efficient than creating content daily. I hope you liked this video. Comment below what you learned that was really interesting and new. And if you have any questions, let me know. And if you have anything that you'd like to know about specifically, comment below, I'll make a video about it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.